Hey guys, it's Shelly, and I hope you're ready for a very educational episode of Scorch TV. Today we have celebrity television appraiser Gary Sohmers, who's gonna show Scorch what some of his belongings are actually worth. Then we're also going to take a look at the music video for Sympathy from the Devil by local band Nulset. Let's put this show in gear with your hosts, Scorch and Zito.
Well, welcome to another fabulous show of Scorch TV. I'm him. This is Uphill. Zito.
How are you, buddy?
What's happening, man?
Cool. Everything is good. Everything is good.
I'm looking forward to spring finally. You're looking forward to some warm weather.
Yeah,
it hasn't been a bad winter, but I'm a beach
it's been an easy winter. It was an easy winter for me, mostly because my wife has a real job, as you know.
Yep.
And that's so I'm a kept man. So it works out great for me. Summer, winter, fall, it doesn't matter.
Plus, I remember when you first married her, I couldn't believe it. I was at Chris's house, and you've shoveled the snow so crappily. Your wife just said, "To hell with it, I'll do that from here on in."
Yeah.
So you don't really.
So she supports me financially, and she shovels the snow.
So you got a woman in her, man.
That's a woman and a half right there, my
You know
friend.
what I mean? And I give you crap
That
about.
doesn't really sound good. That does not come out well.
She's going to be watching the show saying, "Excuse me, what the hell do you mean I'm a woman and a half?" Do not use the Guadalupe voice until we do Guadalupe.
Ay, Guadalupe.
Yeah,
Guadalupe
we might have a
Lopez.
special. If you remember a long time ago, we started doing a Music Monday when we first started this thing for the
Sure.
Media Boss thing.
Right.
I think Guadalupe should do a Music Monday.
Okay.
Think about
We'll have her
songs
do.
you will pick, and I'm going to arrange.
Think about songs that Guadalupe would love.
And I'm going to arrange with Ian to get Guadalupe on a Music.
Well, we'll have to arrange the hair and the makeup. Maybe Shelly can help me with that. She's good at that stuff, you know?
You know
She'd
what?
Get me all gussied up. I could borrow one of her dresses.
She can
and
work,
ruin it.
She can work on you for as long as I'm alive, and you're not going to look like her.
That's true.
You know what I mean? You're not even going to look like a male version of her.
No, but I'm going to look like Guadalupe. That's the key.
Which is true.
That's what we need.
Don't go anywhere because we'll be sitting down with Gary Sohmers and rocking out with Nulset right after this break. You're watching Scorch TV. Welcome back to Scorch TV. Gary Sohmers is here, and he's going to give us the dirty on what it's like behind the scenes at Antiques Roadshow.
Welcome back to Scorch TV. And for those epileptic people, I did this purposely because, you know what I mean? You're looking at this shirt, you're looking at Gary Sohmers' shirt. Perhaps you've seen him before. He is the king of pop culture, an appraiser on Antiques Roadshow. Gary Sohmers, nice to have you here, man.
Aloha, Scorch.
I'm telling you, I was looking at the shirt, I'm like, oh, what
Good to
shirt
see
can
you
I
again.
wear that
Nice to
really
see you,
throw
Chris.
people off? This is the camera people. Everyone's like, oh my God. So,
Wow.
I love
That's
it.
a nice disclaimer.
Now, you're not from Hawaii, but you have that whole Hawaiian attitude. I love that. Good
It's
for you.
all in the mind, you know?
I do know. Do you know about 100,000 plus useless items?
My job is to know the value of useless objects and help people with their stuff. It's interesting that I got on Antiques Roadshow because most of the people that were on the show knew the value of $1 million items.
Yeah.
Most of the people didn't know what the crap in everybody's house was worth. And,
That's cool. Yeah, because not everybody can come in with like an antique spinning wheel from the 17th
worthless.
century.
No one uses them anymore.
Oh, that's a good point.
See,
That's
useless.
true.
I know the value of that.
What is the most useless thing that you've seen that was actually worth some cash?
I think my favorite thing, and I don't know if it's useless, but darn scary, is a guy walked into the show dragging this giant, big giant metal, cylindrical, spherical, giant metal thing with giant teeth on it. Giant.
I get it.
It was so big
Yeah.
that everyone looked at it and goes, I'm not going near that.
Yeah.
Gary, you go do it. So I went over, and it turns out to be the spinning jaws of death.
Ah.
Seriously. And this guy
From like,
dragged it in.
Okay.
And I couldn't understand it, so we plugged it in, and these jaws were spinning and spinning. And his father would skate at 35 miles an hour and dive through it
Nice.
in the ice capades in the 30s and 40s. And so very few people have normal stuff. I mean, seriously, do you collect normal stuff?
Yeah, no. But nothing about me is normal. So,
And do you collect normal
I
stuff?
don't collect anything.
Yes, you do.
I do?
You have two of something. What do you have two of that aren't socks?
I have three
Wives.
children.
Ex-wives.
That's a very expensive collection. That could cost you.
Do you have any stories of anybody falling into a big money item? Just like you said, I was cleaning out my house and oh my God, this is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. What? Anything ever come up like that?
Luck happens. You know, people that find the Declaration of Independence behind a painting or things like that.
That happened to Nicolas Cage. I saw that movie.
Really? Yeah. God, that was a good movie.
That was awesome.
Yeah, but Nicolas Cage actually bought comic books, invested in comic books.
He did?
Yeah, he actually sold a comic book for $1 million.
Wow.
Of course, the IRS then found out.
Yeah, that
and
didn't
boy,
work out
he
too
didn't,
well,
it didn't work out really well. I did get lucky once. I bought an object, a Disney object, at an antique show, and the gentleman who I bought it from had bought a box full of caca, paper stuff, at an estate sale. And so he put the whole box out, and I went through and I picked out this and that and the other, and I got a Green Hornet gum card box, and I got this Disney thing and a bunch of other stuff. And then I went and sold everything else, and I had this one Disney thing left over because I didn't know what it was. So I took it to the guy who was the archivist for Disneyland. I says, what is this thing? It says Disneyland on the front, but it's just a map that folds out, and it's got a bunch of typed pages. And he started sweating. He's bald like you, and you could see all the sweat on his whole head, just like this.
The jaws of death.
I didn't use that on him, but just when you see the sweat beating up, I go, so is it good? He goes, do you know what this is? I says, no idea. I'm just an expert on TV. I don't know nothing. But anyway, he says, this is the original prospectus to Disneyland.
Oh my God. Wow.
This was created by Walt Disney so he could borrow $5 million to build Disneyland.
doubt.
And he took this document to New York, and no one would loan him the money.
Wow.
So he left New York with no documents and no money. When on the train ride back, he got a call from ABC TV who said to him, you know, we'll give you a credit line for $5 million, but you got to produce a couple of TV shows for us. Yeah. Davy Crockett and the Mickey Mouse Club came out of that.
Wow.
And so he was able to build Disneyland. So I have the original document. I paid zero for it.
How much is something like that worth?
It's insured for $100,000.
Now, because I do my homework, I know that you've had some sort of controversy.
It's just that Antiques Roadshow, most people don't know that we appraisers that appear on the show pay our own way. We don't get paid to be on that show. We have to pay our...
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
That's interesting. That seems to be epidemic in television these days.
Me and Zito, we're like, wow, somebody else has that disease. What's going on here?
Must be contagious.
And we pay to go to the cities, so we have to travel around the country. So we do it for our business. I mean, it's good business.
Right, it's a good plug for you.
Credibility.
To be the guy,
And notoriety. Yep. So what happens is if you do that and you volunteer and you give your best and you're credible and you bring your credibility to a show, you expect to be able to take that credit afterwards. Sure. If I am allowed to say I appear on Antiques Roadshow, that's what the controversy's over. They don't want me to be able to say I appeared on Antiques Roadshow. I'm not allowed to say it. I'm not supposed to say it, and I say it anyway because, heck, I did it. I paid for it. I'm doing it. So that's.
So they expect you to appear for free and then not even be able to mention that you did it?
That's correct.
So you get nothing out of it?
No, you get lawsuits if you mention it.
Holy cow! So you're actually in deeper than we are.
Oh yeah, you guys have got it easy. You got people that actually are nice to you.
Great shape. I'm allowed to plug my website all the time.
Whoa. Did you hear what he said? We have people that are nice to us.
Comparatively, I don't know them.
Where are they? See, I'm looking through the crowd there. Well, you know what? Paul's mom is here. She's nice to us. Thanks, Holly.
Use this time right now. Get it out, Gary. Get it out.
I'm very proud that I spent 13 seasons educating the public and driving demand for pop culture collectibles, giving it credibility. I did a Joey Ramone's original diary of he wrote out, I'm going to be in a band and everything else with Dee Dee Ramone's leather jacket. I did a Frank Zappa oil painting from 1958. I get to do awesome things and bring it to the public and show how cool our generation of weird stuff is.
I think we're going to try to pull up some stuff that maybe you can help us. And you brought some stuff in as well. So
we've got stuff. We've got prices and information, and we'll see what we can do.
Here you go. It's Gary Summers. We're coming back with more on Scorch TV. We'll be right back.
Those spinning jaws of death sound pretty hardcore. Speaking of hardcore, it's time for you to watch Nullset's Sympathy from the Devil, only here on Scorch TV. Whoa, that was pretty stellar. Now, go to your Facebook and send us your video so you can see it here on Scorch TV. Next, Gary is going to show us some rad stuff from his own collection, right here on Scorch TV. And we're back. Let's check out some of the things that Scorch and Zito brought into the studio for Gary to look at.
I got some items here myself, but I don't know if they'd be considered pop culture.
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
This is from a giant Monopoly set.
Exactly.
Good for you.
And there's nobody in this room that actually could tell you what that really is. Because one doesn't exist in today's world. It's all electric now.
Right.
This is an
iron.
Of course
It's an
it
iron,
is.
sure.
Or a boat anchor, depending on how big your boat is.
It's a pair of flat brass knuckles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can use that.
It's called an equalizer in a fight.
So how much would something like this be worth, if anything?
In the condition it's in, it's really pitted. It's probably from about 1900, 1890, somewhere in that
Really?
time period. In this condition, you see them in antique shops at $30 to $40.
Chris bought this brand new.
Brand new. It was his 18th
Because Chris is
birthday
old.
present.
That's another Chris is old joke. See how he does that?
Wow.
It's funny that I'm the one with hair, and yet he makes jokes about me being
And
an
it's
old guy.
double X rated, so that's good
Hello,
value
everybody.
for you.
Hell
It's got
yeah.
some heft to
Now,
it.
what about something like this? This, Paul Revere, actually, the British are coming. This was actually a legitimate.
Isn't that the one up by land?
I believe this is. This was hanging in the Old North Church until I stole it because I didn't get it.
Well, borrowed it. I just
knew-
wanted to get it appraised.
I
and then you
knew
return it.
Gary was coming on the show,
Right.
so yes, I
Of
borrowed
course.
it just for the time being. So tell us, what about something like this?
This is a Dietz lantern made in the early 20th century. Still make them today.
It says
but
1913 on the thing. Yes.
that is correct. They started making them probably in the 1890s. They were for mines. This is a red glass in here. A red lantern would hang in a firehouse.
Yep.
And so you would notice that it would be a firehouse because it would be a red lantern hanging outside. Also the whorehouses. But
Well, I
not
was gonna say House of Hillary, but yeah.
But
The old red light district.
yeah, this is a red light. And its value is probably only in the $25 to $35 range.
Oh, so it's worth
got
it.
nothing to do.
So it's worth it for me to give these back to my friend then, because they're really not worth anything.
I would say you got to sneak back into the Old North Church.
I guess so.
I got Paul Revere's skeletal remains too. What's that worth?
Priceless.
There you go.
there you
What
go.
do you got? 'Cause
All
you
right,
brought
here,
us some
this
stuff
is something
too.
that I've been carrying around for a long time. I got this at a flea market in the 70s for like 35 cents. It's that metal Beatles tray. It's not in the best condition, but
And what do you want to know?
I want to know what it's worth. What do you mean, what do I want to know? What are we talking
Well,
about?
do you want to know if it's real or fake?
Yeah, sure.
How do you know if it's real or fake?
I don't know. What do you mean, real or fake? It's got a picture. It's a tray with a picture of the Beatles on
Do you know how much weed? Do you know
I
how
know
much,
it's real. I can touch it. It's three-dimensional. I know I'm a wide awake. It's real.
Do you know how much weed in the 70s was de-seeded on this tray right there? You know what I mean?
Well, actually, well into the 80s, now that you mention it.
You know?
This is one of the most counterfeited items of Beatles memorabilia.
Okay.
They manufactured them forever. I mean, they were making them up until the 80s.
Okay.
And the only way you could tell the difference is this tiny print down here at the bottom
Yeah.
that says made in Great Britain. The fake ones say made in England.
Okay.
Now, the double winner is you've got a Great Britain, but you have the Worcesterware sticker on the back.
Okay, what
So
does that mean?
That adds value.
Oh, it does?
Yes, it adds value.
Oh,
So,
God bless Worcester.
What did you pay for it?
75 cents.
You seriously?
Yes, it was like at a flea market.
Wow, did
Sitting
it
in a
come
box.
with weed or just like
For 75 cents? No way.
just check?
That's how I got the discount.
Well, there's scratches on here from your razor blade, but other than that, you see
Okay,
that?
obviously
You
the
see
drug
that
use is
writing?
escalating on this
Excuse
story.
me. It's not Juan Lennon, though, is it?
No, that's Julian Lennon. It says it right there. No, this tray is an original from 1964, mass-produced,
Nice.
but in this condition it would sell for about $150.
Oh, there you go. Oh. Not bad. All right.
The funny thing is, now for $150, you probably couldn't get the weed to put on it.
That's true.
You know what I
That's true. Now, I have one other thing.
Oh, you brought
This is-
more?
This is extremely
Oh,
valuable.
joy.
This is a commemorative Beerstein from my high school, when I graduated in high school, from Johnstown Tech in Pennsylvania.
The
in
only
Johnstown,
Jew,
Pennsylvania.
in Johnstown was Beerstein.
That's true. And there were only, the
like
thing
that
about
one.
this is that there were only 300 of these issued. And I've been using this to keep pens in and stuff since then. And I know you can't get this shot, but inside, you could probably see, Gary,
look.
there's a button stuck to the bottom of it.
from
It's not glued on there. It's just stuck there from years of use. And I wanted to know if the button decreased the value or if the button adds value, because this is probably the only one with the button stuck on the bottom. So what would you say this is worth?
You said there's 300 of these made. That's 299 more than are needed. And it's empty. I mean, you could have filled it with beer. At least it would have had that value.
Not the beer he drinks.
No, not the beer he drinks. All right.
So this is worthless.
75 cents. Traded that for your Beatles tray.
You know, hold it on the tray, and then it's worth $150.75.
Very nice.
If you take it to Pennsylvania, if you go to Pennsylvania,
with the Beerstein.
If you take this to Pennsylvania, and you're at a flea market in Pennsylvania, you'll get $2.
Oh, nice. Well, that's certainly worth the airfare.
There you go.
What did you bring with you?
I brought. Well, speaking of
really cool stuff
of the Beatles, are you familiar with this one?
Yes.
Yes. Wow.
Yes. Wow, I've never actually seen one of these in person. I've seen pictures of it.
Yeah, this is very rare.
Cover.
This is the Butcher cover.
Yeah.
It's known as the Butcher Block or Butcher cover because the Beatles, these happy little mop tops, are all in butcher smocks holding hunks of meat and dead babies. Oh. And the interesting thing was Sears didn't think that was appropriate.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is so punk, it was ridiculous. But anyway, in 1965 when this came out, it was pulled off the shelves literally 2 days later, so you couldn't find them. Then they came back and they pasted the White Album cover over it that had the Beatles in the trunk. They were kind of like very cute and happy.
Yeah.
You know, I never carry that one around. But anyway, that was pasted over it. So you'd have to find one and peel it off. This was actually peeled.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
somebody actually peeled the other one off professionally and put it on there, and that's the way it originally came. This one in this condition is worth about $1,000.
See, now if that's me, you, James, and maybe Ian from the show, we could go to Olin Mills and do our remake of this for our own album cover.
We could. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, just got to splatter a little blood on you. So that's one of the little things
that
I
always
brought.
happens by the end of the day. Anyway.
I also brought this record album. Records have become big. You know, the kids out there seem to like records again.
Yeah, they have vinyls.
Oh my
big
gosh,
these days.
is
Yeah,
that Buddy Holly?
That's Buddy Holly. And that's autographed
That is
by
autographed.
Buddy Holly and the Crickets. Wow. That's pretty cool.
So how much is something like this worth?
This is worth about $5,000.
Is it really?
But the interesting thing is how do we know that Buddy Holly actually signed it? You know, with autographs.
Well, you just said so.
You have authenticators.
You seem
Right?
like
I
a
don't
decent
know
guy.
nothing. I'm an expert on TV. I'm not real. No.
okay.
But the interesting thing was I didn't believe the guy when he said, you know, I got this signed by Buddy Holly in person until he gave me a picture of him with Buddy Holly.
Holy cow.
On the day that he actually got it signed. So that's the kind of authenticity you need for an autograph. Now, I know you both have met celebrities, hundreds and hundreds of celebrities. How often did you take a picture of you with the celebrity in order to guarantee that that signature was real?
I never would have thought about it.
Now you know. And that's how to preserve your collection and make your collection valuable. And in your case, sorry, nothing's going to happen.
Well, there's a picture of me in the yearbook holding this. I don't know if that's... I don't know if
My question is, how do I get a hold of Buddy Holly to take a picture with me, though?
Well, that's hard.
Wow.
That's
if I were to get a hold
machine.
of Buddy Holly, how much would it be worth?
Well, that would be good. You probably have his bones with Paul Revere. So it's his collection
He's got
of
a lot of
bones.
collection of human remains.
So that's just a couple little things. I love records. I mean, I've been
Yeah.
in the record business for 40 years. I love them.
This right here, I love this thing right here because I would find a way to use this as a weapon in my life. But it's probably a very antique and expensive weapon. Tell us about this.
Oh, this is a battery-operated toy. In the 1950s, battery-operated toys were the big thing. Everybody had them on their bars in their basement because alcohol was a big thing. So they made tons of these. Made in Japan. It was Japan's industry. They take tin cans and cut them up and turn them into toys. Oftentimes, you could find these with inside them are tin cans. Something like this, which is, I brought it because it reminded me of Scorch TV. And that's his opinion, not mine. And this sells for, in the original box, made in Japan for around $250. But they also made them in Korea and Taiwan later on. And so you can find those for as low as 25 or 50
worth less than
bucks.
the original ones.
Yeah, the made in Japan is always good.
You have got to answer Chris Zito's way too personal question.
All right, Gary, we know that part of your life is buying stuff and paying for stuff. So here's your way too personal question. Have you ever paid for sex? Gary Summers.
I guess I'd have to say always.
Always. Excellent answer. Fantastic. Great job.
Good job. Gary Summers, ladies and gentlemen. Leave me hanging. I'm like, wow, he stiffed me now. It's Gary
He
Summers.
left you hanging there, man.
If somebody wanted to get some things appraised on their own, how does somebody go about getting a hold of you?
Well, my job is to find weird stuff, sell it to weird people. That's my main job. So I'm always in the business of finding stuff for people, selling people stuff, and doing appraisals. You can go to my website at allcollectors.com, ALLCOLLECTORS.com. I'm in radio, so we're used to saying it like that. But anyway,
the show's over. We didn't have enough time to do the rest of the show after you spelled it out.
You don't have to spell it. We can actually put it on the screen.
Darn, this is not radio?
No.
Oh, well, it's been fun.
That's how you know it's not radio. It's been fun.
And it doesn't pay.
There you go. Gary Summers, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thanks,
Check
sir.
him out as an appraiser on Antiques Roadshow on PBS. And we're coming back with, actually, I think we're going to come back and close things out in a few minutes with more Scorch TV. We'll be right back.
Aw, that monkey was kind of cute. If you guys missed anything from this or previous episodes, be sure to check out myscorchtv.com, like us on Facebook, and definitely follow us on Twitter. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for watching Scorch TV. Peace, love, rock and roll.
Wow, what a show. I mean, I found out I
fantastic.
have a 270-year-old iron worth $35. What's that? There you
This
go.
beetle tray, $150, and it can be yours by going to chriszitosfunny.com and emailing me with your bid.
And so is that your plug for the day before we close things up?
Yeah, sure.
And did you play anywhere? You going to do some comedy?
I just want to point people to chriszitosfunny.com because I have all kinds of different stuff going on. The best thing to do is go there and go to the comedy page, and there's selected dates. All the coolest places to go see me do something are on there.
Very good. And starting next week, because my people are hacking into it, you can find out about me on chriszitosfunny.com as well.
Fantastic. We'll put a link on there, bud.
So for Gary Summers and for the whole entire Media Boss crew and for my pal Chris Zito and my 575-year-old iron, I'm Scorch, and we will see you next time live right here on Scorch TV. Have a great week. See ya.